$80. God damn. I feel like video games were $60 for like 2 decades before they had to raise it to 70. And it was barely 2 years before they're raising it again. Don't get me wrong, this isn't like an Outer Worlds hate post. I really like the Outer Worlds one. I thought it was a solid first step in a franchise that I saw a lot of potential in. And to their credit, it does seem like they're doing a lot of really interesting things with part 2. The flaw system seems pretty creative. They're expanding on the RPG mechanic. The arsenal looks a lot more interesting. The combat seems a lot more versatile. There's a lot of things here that look like it's going to be a big improvement from part 1. The thing is that while I liked part 1, it did have its flaws. And while I don't think it flopped, it wasn't like a runaway success either. So I really don't know if they have enough goodwill with the audience to justify all the negative attention this is going to get them. Because now every article has to mention the price increase. Hell, probably half of all the article titles are specifically pointing out the price increase. Every content creator is going to bring it up, Exhibit A, and every reviewer is going to have to tell their audience whether or not the game justifies the price increase. I understand that video games being $60 for as long as they were was low-key kind of a blessing. Because Jesus Christ, the price of everything else is basically skyrocketed. So I wasn't the type to melt down about a $10 price increase. It was bound to happen sooner or later. But two of them almost back to back is kind of crazy, and it's also overshadowing something that looks like a legitimately really good game. I've really been looking forward to Outer Worlds 2. I think it's doing some really cool stuff, but to me, it kind of feels like Microsoft is throwing it to the wolves, because let's be real, they want to raise the price to all their games to $80 sooner or later. This is low-key the sacrificial lamb to getting them there. Nintendo kind of did the same thing with the new Mario Kart, but they had more to bargain with in that scenario because there's not many games that can scratch the itch that Nintendo games tend to. But with this, I have a feeling that some people might just wait for it to go on sale. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not rooting for the game to fail. It looks really fun, and I'm sure the developers worked really hard on it, and I would like to see it succeed, but it really does feel like this game has been sacrificed in a game of chess by the higher-ups, and I feel kind of bad about that. And of all the games to do this with, I think there's a certain type of irony in the fact that the game that critiques capitalism with every single moment is the one you're choosing to nickel and dime us on. I hope the game is fire and can justify its price tag, but let me know what you think. Are you still going to buy the game, or is the price tag turning you away?